All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's the Hebrew name who we call God, or Christ, or Jesus in the English tongue. Today we're just going to get some insight on on the Israelites and the curses that was put upon them for being disobedient, and uh, how the Most High was dealing with them. So let's just get some insight right quick. It says the entire nation of Israel was counted holy because of God choosing and sanctifying of it, bringing the people exclusively into covenant relationship with him as a special property. He told them that if they obeyed him, they would be a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. By obedience, they would indeed prove to be holy to God, Yahweh. Admonish, God admonished them, you should prove yourself holy, which word holy only means separate. We're a separate nation or separate people from all other nations. Because I, Yahweh, your God, am holy. The dietary, sanitary, and moral laws that God gave them were constant reminders of them of their separating and holiness to God, Yahweh. The restrictions placed upon them by these laws were a strong force that greatly limited their association with their pagan neighbors, proving to be a protection to keep Israel holy. On the other hand, the nations would lose if holy status before God if disobedient to his laws. So let's read Deuteronomy 28 and 15 and see what some of these curses that was that the Most High would put on us for not listening. It say, but it shall come to pass. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15, and it says, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So this is what happened. This is why the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos are going through what they're going through, because we were put under curses for, our forefathers was put under curses for being disobedient, and we came up under these, was born into these curses, right? We was being born a cursed people until the Most High came to uplift these curses off of us. Okay? So it say, cursed shall thy be in thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall thy be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thy be when thou comest in and when thou goest out. A curse shall thy be when thou goest out. So when you coming in your house or leaving out your house, we still under curses, no matter where we at, how our life is going. Even if our life is going good, us as a nation are still up under curses. We still a cursed people. You know, some of us are doing better than others, but we still, as a nation, are a cursed people. It say, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me. So our actions and what we're doing is causing us, is causing the Most High, of what we did, caused the Most High to put these curses on us, right? So like I was saying, some of us are doing better than others, but we still, as a nation, are cursed. We still a cursed people, no matter where we at in this land, no matter where we at in the world, we gonna be under these curses until till Yahweh come and lift these curses off us. So it's no escaping these things, we all under a curse. We can't do what we don't have free will to go and do what we want. We have social security numbers, we have birth certificates, we still have to have a passport to travel, to go from place to place. We still up under the hands. We still up under the hands of whom the Lord chose to be over us until He come. Okay, so the word holy only means that we are a separate people. Let's finish getting some insight. It says, although Israel as a nation was holy, certain individuals within the nation were considered holy in a special way. The priests and particularly the high priest were set aside for service at the sanctuary and represented the people before God, Yahweh. In such capacity, they were holy and had to maintain sanctification in order to be able to carry out their service and to continue to be viewed as holy by Yahweh or Yahweh. The prophets and other inspired Bible writers were holy men. It says women of ancient times who were faithful to God are called holy by the apostles, by the apostle Peter. Soldiers of Israel on a military campaign were considered holy, for the wars they fought were the wars of Yahweh. Every male firstborn of Israel was holy to Yahweh, since at a time of the Passover in Egypt, the firstborn had been spared by Yahweh from death. They belonged to Him. For this reason, each firstborn son had to be redeemed at the sanctuary. A person, man or woman, taking a vow to live as a Nazirite was holy during the period of the vow. This time was set apart as being fully devoted to some special services of Yahweh. The Nazirite had to observe certain legal requirements. A violation would make him unclean. He then had to make a special sacrifice to restore his statue of holiness. The days prior to his becoming unclean did not count toward the fulfillment of the Nazireship. He had to begin anew the carrying out of his vow. So like I said, the nation of Israel always been a holy people before the Lord, and for all other nations. We're not supposed to be walking in the same ways as other nations, but being a separate people, walking according to how the Most High wants us to walk in His ways. So, that's why we have to remain holy and be a light to the Gentiles or to the other nations. You see, when we walk in a certain way, it brings a light upon the children of Israel or the nation of Israel. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. Remember, holy just means to be separate. We're a separate people from all nations. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back with the next one. Peace.